There you go.
There we go. There we go. There we go. What's up? What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? Yeah. Yeah. It's Phonies. It's Phonies. It's Phonies. It's the Phonies. Yeah. It's the Phonies, and we are back. We have not been here since the draft show. We've been kind of on a little hiatus, little news come out, a little here and there, but we don't want to just right now. We waiting till training camp and the season to flood y'all with all these shows. We don't want to oversaturate y'all and just be talking about nothing. We want to talk about something.
Right.
When we get on the mic, we want to be talking about something, not the same old.
Right.
What's up, fellas? Ricky and Corey in here. Corey may join us a little later.
What's happening, man?
How everything going, fellas? How everything been going?
Things are well, man. Can't complain. Staying busy. That's about it. Adulting, continuing to just, stay busy.
Yeah, that adulting.
That adulting is funny, man, because you see other cats you hadn't seen, but they're the same age as you, and they adulting too.
Right.
Most of the time, and that's a good thing. It's because when you're not adulting, something must have stumped you up somewhere.
Absolutely.
You right. Up, so absolutely.
Corey, how does it feel? Your oldest is this was the first year of kindergarten, right?
I got a little brag on little mama, man. She got got an award. I'm one of those people now that celebrate kindergarten awards. I never thought I'd do that. It hit me. I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know that's what this was. I knew she was getting but I thought it was like all the class getting something. And she got
participation, huh?
Yeah, something.
But it was more than that.
It was a little more than that, man. And the fact I didn't know what it was, and it was a surprise. She got outstanding girl of her kindergarten class.
Nice.
That's great.
That's good stuff.
That's
man.
Great. I want to ask: are you going to be the bumper sticker parent?
No.
No.
Well, let me say.
Are you just gonna put it on the refrigerator, like honor roll kid at this school? You just gonna put it on the refrigerator?
I said no at first, but never say never, because I didn't think I'd do a lot of stuff that I do. So
man, they need to make some magnets out of that kind of stuff, man. Don't be messing up your paint.
Right.
They need some magnets, man. Maybe we should do that, fellas, on the side. Hey, make magnets for the school.
Right. Exactly.
Let's jump into this. Let's jump into the first topic of the show.
Much to talk about. So much good stuff.
First thing, the college football. They got the new playoff system. 12 teams.
Yeah.
So the first round, the first 4 teams get a bye. So 5 through 12 will be playing. The first round will be played on the same day, on a Saturday, as NFL Week 15, which features Kansas City and Houston, and then Pittsburgh versus Baltimore. That's where are you watching? I know how I'm gonna watch. I got YouTube TV. Hopefully they split screen me, so I can watch it all like that. Man. But where's your first allegiance? Is it to the NFL or to the college football playoff, which is a little bit? It's more meaning, but that NFL Week 15 got a lot of meaning. Right.
Yeah, it does. And though in the matchups, the matchup they're going to be meaningful more than likely. That late in the season, it's going to mean a lot to all 4 of those teams. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm more of an NFL guy, anyways. So I will be locked into the NFL, and plus, I think one of the things about it is it depends on who's playing in that college playoff in that first round.
Yeah.
But if you have a strong fan base, they're going to be committed to their college team more than likely. But
yeah,
I mean, even those NFL fan bases are huge. You know, with the teams.
A lot of people are fans of either or. You know, they're more of a college type person or more type NFL type person. Corey, where you locked in if UT is playing?
Oh yeah, man. I'm looking at it at the more the better. It's like almost like a good problem to have, man. Just being immersed in it all. So if it's Tennessee in that, I'm gonna watch Tennessee. It really depends on who the like Rick said, man, who the matchups are. I'm gonna definitely watch who I have more of the interest in, even if the other game is a bigger setup, bigger game.
I would just say as a fan,
yeah.
Any guy that's a fan that's married or got a girlfriend or something, make sure you get all that stuff done the week during the week. No brunches, no honeydews that day. Yeah. Just you gonna get up, take a shower, put on some shorts, put on some sweatpants, eat some Rotel, eat some wings, maybe order pizza. You ain't gonna have a nice drink all day long, and you just gonna chill in one spot.
Yeah. I've been able to maneuver that pretty well so far in my marriage, man, just because of what you just said. The food aspect, the Rotel, you know. For some reason, my wife, she loves to celebrate over Rotel.
Nice spread, huh?
Yeah, she like that whole thing with the, you know,
she just like football. She just like a good Rotel.
Right. So I got to lead with that. I'm like, hey, it's Rotel Saturday. Hey, it's football. We got to go to the store. Got to get some. You know, go ahead and include her. So then I won't have any honeydews or anything like that during those pivotal times.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be an interesting week. But let's jump into this next thing. Since the last time we were on here, we got a new receiver.
Yes, sir.
Boyd. We signed Boyd, and ever since Boyd has signed with the Titans, it seemed like you hear a little bit more national media talking about, man, the Titans receiving core. The Titans could be a sleeper team. I think Bucky Brooks was talking about how the Titans could rise from last to first.
Yeah.
How does one receiver make it more complete for the media? What are they seeing now that they weren't seeing before?
I think it's the trickle down effect. You know, it kind of started with D-Hop, you know, kind of, but he was only one day out producing. Then you sign Ridley, the big splash, and then just to come and sign Boyd, who's, you know, even though Cincinnati is kind of a small market, but they've been winning. But his face, everybody know Boyd as being that slot receiver, one of the best in the league. And I think that's something that once they saw the pieces with D-Hop, Ridley, and then that it's almost like he was that missing piece for that slot. And I think that kind of opened a lot of eyes to the point to where it's like, okay, they got a legit receiving core. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's part of
it. And it took out the question of having to, you know, to depend on Burks to do something we hadn't seen him do yet or do before. Because when he was at, you already know what you have in NWI, so that ceiling is there with him. He can do some things, but that, you know what his ceiling is.
Yeah.
The unknown in that is being Burks and having to say, well, if he can do this, if he can do that. But you go out and sign a Tyler Boyd on top of after signing a Calvin Ridley, and you still brought back, you still have your guy on the contract, D-Hop. You have went from one of the worst receiving cores in the league to arguably top 5, top 10, definitely. Your receiver core in the league in one off season. And unless they just had something against the Titans, they have to recognize that.
And to piggyback off of that, Corey, you said it great right there with Boyd being more proven than Burks. It also gives you a little wiggle room if there's an injury within the season. Say a D-Hop is out of two games. You got a proven guy in Burks who has stepped up and been the second receiver in Cincinnati when Jamar Chase was out last year. So you have that, and then Burks can step up to the 3 or NWI step up to the 3, whichever one wins out the number 4.
Yeah.
But I think it helps the depth of the wide receiver group. And just looking at the camp, just looking at the wide receivers, man, it looks a lot better, man. We've been pretty bad on the back end of our receivers for years.
Yeah.
But it looks a lot better.
Yeah. And I think to Corey's point, it's like you have somebody that's reliable. And as for to your point as well with depth, it's like when you sign him, it's not a question of what role he can play. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of question mark. It was gonna be a lot of question marks right there in that third receiver slot, even though Burks, he can, all goes well, he can produce. But with injuries and Phillips, you can't depend on it. Then, still having Mason Kinsey around and stuff like that, it just kind of pushed those guys down the depth chart that probably should be, to be honest.
What I really like about it also is with that Boyd signing, he comes in knowing the offense. He comes in already with the track record of what he's done. So immediately he becomes almost a teacher of sorts.
That's what they said he's been doing.
Yeah,
he's been telling the receivers like what the coach is wanting out of certain plays, what they're wanting, because he's been with Callahan for years. And Tremaine, you are right. Yeah, if you got top tier receivers, you require top tier quarterbacking. You need top tier quarterbacking anywhere. Any to win in this league, you need top tier quarterbacking. All right, next one. The only primetime game for the Titans is a rematch with the Dolphins. First of all, are you shocked that we only got one primetime game? I'm not really. I'm shocked we got one at all.
Not at all.
I'm shocked we got one at all. But it's a good one. It's a good rematch. That last year that was a good game against the Dolphins. Was that Thursday night? I think it was a Thursday.
Thursday or Monday. It was
Monday or Thursday.
Monday or Thursday. One of those. But it turned out to be a really good game against the Dolphins, even though Tyreek Hill got hurt, but injuries happened. But it was a good game for us. We got the victory.
Yeah.
So the Dolphins, they're a solid team that, it's a good matchup. Two young quarterbacks. Now our receiving core matchup with theirs. They're loaded at speed at running back. We've got some speed at running back. Yeah. Man, it's gonna be a good matchup. We get to see Brewer again.
Oh, Aaron Brewer. Yeah.
We get to see Brewer again. So
we'll see how he feels with that push on him. See if he can.
Yeah.
See if he can release.
And I already know.
Push him back a little bit.
I already know that I got a text today from my oldest brother who is a Dolphins fan. He said, "I know you told me that Brewer was small, but there's two guys on the Dolphins podcast saying they didn't realize how tiny he was."
Oh man,
man, he's like I give him effort. But man, he is built like a 1970s lineman. That's how much they weigh back in the 70s.
Yeah. And these teams getting back to where they put that beef up front too on the D line. Right. You know what I'm saying? Getting back to where that pressure coming up the middle. So
that's one of the things excites me the most is that as center we have a real, we got he's skilled, he's good, and he's big and strong. I feel like that can only help everything with the young quarterback. We already know that's going to help him. It's got to help. It's helping him call the plays.
Nothing in his face. Cushenberry gave up 1 sack, 14 pressures last year.
That's crazy.
You can't beat that. Yeah, nothing in his face. Skronsky's back. We'll get into it, but we about to have a whole new line, almost a whole new line.
Yes,
this year. But I like that. I do like that. That's our matchup for our primetime game. I didn't want to be where our only primetime game was against Jacksonville or something like that. I hear radio people talking when they say the NFL puts bad primetime games out there. Who wants to watch Jacksonville and Tennessee? That's what I hear all the time. Who wants to watch Jacksonville and Tennessee? And it's true. Nobody. But if it's Miami and Tennessee, people are we gonna watch. Tennessee fans gonna watch, but some more eyeballs may see what Tennessee got once they see in Miami play us.
The way it looks on paper too, with our schedule, with that backloaded in all those division games at the end of our schedule like that could be a flex. We might mess around and get a flex Jacksonville Tennessee game because it mean a whole lot. I mean, if we both competitive when it's coming down to the end, because I think we got like don't have me lying, but what 3 or 4 division games right in a row in the back end.
Probably they've been backloading the division lately.
Okay.
Division games back on the back end of the schedule just for that purpose. The games will have more meaning at the back end of the schedule.
Yeah.
So let's get started with this right here. This is something that I like. New staff equal new coach speak. And me personally, after Vrabel's first couple of press conferences, and I felt the arrogance of his talk toward the media, I really never listened to his press conferences. I didn't listen to none of his coordinators' press conferences because I felt like they were saying what he was saying. It was New England type. We're going to only give so much. We're going to be kind of stubborn and everything. But I've listened to so many press conferences and just the coaches speaking, the coordinators, everybody speaking, that I enjoy listening to them because they're giving you information about the team.
Yeah.
Y'all feel the same way that y'all getting a little bit more information?
100%. 100%. And I've heard, kind of snippets of it. I have radio on or whatever. And just the transparency, man. I mean, it's kind of like what you said with the arrogance and stuff. It's like they respect the media. Could it change, if we start losing? It potentially could change. But as of right now, those guys are being real transparent, and I feel that they respect the media, and they're just trying to. It's almost like they're trying to let you in a little bit more to kind of understand their philosophy and really what they're all about and what the main goal is. Not trying to hide a whole bunch of stuff.
So you had a unique, different from ours because you're in a different market, and so. And you probably, I don't know if you just go out and listen to, I hadn't really listened to other teams as during the week and hearing other people's coordinators talk, unless it was like a national story, but not the day-to-day, just the regular communication with the media that these coaches give. So I really didn't have anything to compare it to other than other Titans coaches. So I didn't know coaches would get up there and really do what they're doing. I didn't know they would be, I thought everybody was kind of, like Vrabel. Yeah, like
but then you get up there and then even like just with Wilson Denard, he's talking about we gonna press. We gonna press. How many times have we said, why are we playing 7 yards off the ball? Dude. That's just like refreshing to hear what you're gonna actually do. Like I'm gonna press you, and what are you gonna get off the press? You know the press is coming. Are you gonna get off the press?
Yeah,
I will say personnel wise that they are in a much better position than Vrabel and them have been as of late. And I don't, as far as the pressing, I heard that our defense that we ran last year, the corner they could press if they wanted to, and it wasn't like a call. It was like a feeling that they got, if they
they were nervous.
We had a bunch of corners that didn't feel like they could press them.
Right.
But I don't like that. I want the call out there that I see this. I get that if you didn't have confident corners, or you didn't show confidence in your corners for them to feel like they could press.
They didn't compete
because they how many times did we press? Probably 2% the whole year, maybe.
There's a reason for that.
What's up, Tower?
What's happening, fellas? There's a reason why we didn't press. We didn't have the ability to do so.
We didn't have the ability. But Tori, what do you think about? What are you thinking, Tori, about the new staff, the way they talk in press conferences, the way they're giving information? What's your take on that?
It's great to have a breath of fresh air. We got new attitudes, and they on coaching. They're not using the excuse of what they don't have. They're going with the attitude of we're here as coaches to coach what we got to make them play to the best of their ability, and we're going to do what we got to do to fit our scheme.
Right.
Yeah. That's my take on them, Yeah. And I don't know if y'all realize, but I've been saying this for years, that I don't care about what teams do to us. We had to do a better job of coaching the guys up that we got. They're all professionals, from the players to the coaches. You can't sit back and complain about or fit the game to what teams are going to do to you. Still got to be a coach.
We got to control the narrative a little bit better.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Don't complicate this thing.
But the thing, I don't want to go in on the
I know.
Staff.
We're moving on.
Gone. They gone, man. But
let's move on. We with this new regime. Good things are gonna happen.
I just like the communication that they're giving actually what's going on in camp. What everybody's working on and everything like that.
They open it up the shade a little bit more. They ain't gonna tell us everything.
Yeah, they ain't telling everything, but I'm just saying
they give us a little insight. They're gonna give us a whole lot more insight.
Yeah, they ain't gonna give the whole damn playbook or nothing like that. But they gonna give us a little insight of what's going on.
Talk to us like we're adults. Talk to those people and those professionals and they're like giving them something to write. That's part of the game too. They didn't they gotta, pull every letter out of you and everything. It's making their job harder. They're not gonna like you.
Now, I will say this though. They still gonna talk through the media to relay messages to the players. You got to utilize it. You got to utilize it.
Yeah, definitely. But it's just different. You're not having a gruff old patriot type way of I'm gonna say 2-3 words and then look at you crazy like why are you asking me questions or why am I at the press conference?
Right. So I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
Man, listen to our defensive coordinator. Not only can you buy into what, even as a fan, or if you got a football background or a sports background, not only do you immediately buy into what he's saying, but his track record. He's actually got something behind it. He's actually done it everywhere he's been. He's led a group of men and scored out very high of his guys. Yeah. I know they had, they were good anyway. You could say that, but coaches mess up good players or good groups if they don't know what they're doing. So Yeah, he fell right in. He doesn't seem like a first year defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
seems like
who was that? Arden Key that said that. Somebody mentioned that in a
said he didn't seem like a first year.
Yeah, just talking about he sound like he's done it before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because of his style and his knowledge of everything.
I bet it is a refreshing for the players. They're probably going to be a little bit loose out there playing.
Well, another thing too is players take on the same attitude as the coaches, from confidence to knowledge. They're teachers. The coaches are teaching out there, and those guys are a sponge. They professionals. They want to be better. They want to get better. You got some good talent, so why not do that? Why? And you're going to exuberate that as the players, because, like you just said, they're going to play looser because he ain't putting them in handcuffs. They ain't going to be tight out there thinking, oh, I mess up, I may not come back on the field again.
Right.
So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
And it sounds like they're allowing the players to have input. If something don't feel right, the players say it seems like they're willing to go to their coaching, to the coaches and and just talk through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which seemed like maybe something they couldn't do in the past.
So probably could. I'm quite sure they was out there practicing and stuff, and they try to say there's no such thing as a stupid question. I don't feel like the last staff had that philosophy.
Right.
They would be like, man, why you asking that? You should know this already. Man, you are a coach. Teach these kids, these guys, not these young men to make
plays. I gotta say this. When I was hearing Arden Key, the comments that made the news about, if we don't get it, he's not moving on until we got it. Remember that? I didn't imagine. I imagine dude was trying to learn something, man. It just couldn't get. God damn, let's go, man. You're not gonna call him
on the sideline over
there. You're not gonna run that. He can't get it. If he steps down, go to coverage.
We
know how to coach him. We had the type of coaches.
Next one. Let's go. All right. We got the news that Burks was working as a gunner. Were y'all shocked that Burks was working as a gunner or not so, since he's kind of working at the 4 receiver?
Yeah, I once it came out, I didn't think much about it prior to them mentioning it. But in reality, that's got to be his role. You know what I'm saying? If he's 4th or 5th on the depth chart, that's gonna be his role if he want to dress.
Right.
So he got to learn it, you know what I'm saying? So
them numbers are, NWI has already proved himself as a valuable special teams guy. So that gives him, you gotta basically beat him out at the 4 and be the gunner.
Be the gun.
Because then how many receivers are we going to carry? If we carry 6, you may get on there, but if you carry 5, the rookie Jackson may be the 5th receiver if he's the return man.
Yeah.
So that it's a big numbers game, and I think they'll carry 6. So I think he should be one of the 6. But working at the gunner is going to help him a lot. That's going to help him a lot.
Yeah, man. I think the way they're framing it up, not trying to hide it from him, hitting it dead on. Burks is I think he's in a good place, man. And I love the way the coaches try to pour into his confidence and the other players trying to build him up, because they know he can be I think they really believe in his talent, think he could be special. I think he could be special. He has to believe it after all the injuries and all the setbacks coming into it. So, going into this season, he ought to have that attitude. Yeah, man, whatever I can do to help the team win. And I can do that.
Yeah.
Take it head on. Don't worry about getting hurt. And his opportunity is going to come, man. I think he's going to be special this season. He'll get his opportunity. People get nicked up. People come out. And when the ball gets in his hands, he just has to keep do what he's been doing. He's going to be hard to tackle. I think they know that. And as long as he catch it, they got a load to bring it down.
Yeah.
The key word is you say it's just him staying healthy,
being available.
That's it. Because
gotta be available.
Last training camp, he looked great. And then that injury in Minnesota set him back.
I remember.
Yeah.
He definitely has the but he definitely has the potential and the size and the body to be a good NFL receiver. And he's shown flashes, but it's just staying on the field. That's the thing. Maybe at the 4 receiver with the limited reps, he stays a little more healthy and takes advantage of what comes to him.
Yeah.
Well, being the gunner exemplifies the change in our receiver room with us having quality players in place. Now, we got a good spot to have him as the number 4 receiver. That's a high quality guy that just had some buzzer luck on being unhealthy. He's like a used car that's like a 2022 model with like 5,000 miles on it. You know what I'm saying? I had a little issue starting out. I had a little bad with the car, but now he can just really hit his stride. You know what I'm saying? And that's a benefit to us. That's a plus to us because guess what? I believe this is his last year on his contract, his rookie contract. Is it?
He get
no.
I think maybe 1 or 2, and he
got one more.
Yeah,
next year will be his 4th year. Next year will be his 4th.
No matter what it is, he's in a great spot.
He in a great spot.
But we saying he's in a great spot. NWI always somehow finds a way to be the 4th receiver every year.
Is of being available, like Ricky just said. We've always
NWI always finds a way. So I don't think I know he's in a good spot if he's the 4th receiver, but I don't say it's guaranteed he's going to be the 4th receiver.
It's not. But I believe he will be. I believe he will be.
I believe
he's done. His body's done got acclimated to the pro level, and he's gonna make the plays for us when his opportunity arises. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. You're gonna be limited now because you number 4, so you're gonna be the one that ain't nobody gonna be looking for.
He's surrounded by guys that he wasn't surrounded by when he came in here.
Exactly.
We was looking for him to be the main guy, to be the number 1. He was like a number. We drafted him and let our number 1 ride. So in the room, he didn't have.
It don't matter. It wasn't about him being the main guy. He wasn't available.
His first year he was available.
He wasn't available. No, he wasn't. He was hurt.
He had issues.
Well, the first year, hell, he couldn't breathe during camp.
Right. You remember he came in.
That was OTA.
Out of shape or whatever, couldn't breathe.
And he's not the same guy.
Then he got hurt. He got hurt his first year too.
He did.
He didn't play all games.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
He's not that guy. It's not about if he would have been available, he would have been at another level, or we would have been saying he's not good, but he hasn't been available for us to see enough of him.
He just gave us
that's the thing. It's just his availability.
He gave us some flashes.
He gave us flash in Green Bay.
2 concussions.
Yeah,
man. I mean, the way
2 concussions. A knee to start last year. It's just
it's time. It's time.
Some bad luck. The Philly game when he got the concussion, he held on to the ball in the end zone.
Yeah,
he did.
But he just bad luck, got a concussion out of it.
Yep.
It's just that I don't think it's about him because he could have easily last year if he was available and worked under D-Hop, he could have made strides. He could have made the strides working under D-Hop, being available the whole year. But he just wasn't.
Time will tell. This year, these are the days of our lives. That hourglass is
that's it.
Upside down.
Hey brother.
That's it.
They say you can't. Dion said it. Coach Prime said it the other day on the post. He said he was fast as they came, but every time he started looking behind, looking to the back, he couldn't run as fast. He said, "Let that marinate." So we ain't gonna look back, Burks. Don't look back at that. Look forward, baby, and it's on for you, man. You know what it is.
Sky's the limit.
I hope he develop into what you think he can be, but
be available every game.
NWI gets a lead because he's been available. That's like, man, they look at it, man, Burks look good, but this NWI, I mean, he play every game. No matter what he's playing, and he's on special team. It can factor. All right, let's go on for Burks. Well, we got a leader in the house for the right guard position. It is Charles, the guard we got from Washington.
What is his name? Sadiq
Charles.
Yeah.
Yes. Are y'all happy that's kind of that position is kind of you got somebody that's not going to be a battle like?
I didn't know that. I thought there was a battle brewing because all they keep showing is Dylan and how big and strong he is now, and that he's playing guard, no question. So what? How do you figure Charles is the leader?
He's playing guard, no question. But it was put out that Charles was the leader to start at right guard.
Yeah, I saw that as well about Sadiq Charles.
Okay,
I just wonder, was Brusco that bad? I guess he was, right?
He wasn't terrible, but I don't know if Charles is an upgrade from him.
I did hear that Brusco can kind of play center as well.
Yeah,
I think I heard that. So that may
they did ask him to be the backup center.
Yeah,
be some backup center. So,
well, hey,
we're able to move these. It seems like we're gonna be able to move a lot of these pieces around because wasn't Charles was like a tackle in Washington, wasn't he? I think he was a tackle.
He was.
So he's gonna be, putting him at guard is good, but if push comes to shove some days and have to put him in tackle, he'll be able to handle it out there. So that's I like it that if you got your left tackle in JC, left guard Skronsky, Cushenberry at center, right guard, and you got those set right now. They're good to work together, and also Charles and Cushenberry played together at LSU. They played together at LSU, so that'd be a good thing. Them two side by side, but right tackle is the only spot that's not. They say nobody's like leading there. Yeah. So, and Ricky, you told me that this guy right here, I cannot say his last name, so I just put John O.
Yeah,
but he's getting a lot of starting reps at the right tackle spot right now.
Yeah, what is he? Second or third year out of Boise State, I think.
Yeah, I think
they just been, kind of talking him up a little bit about how well he's doing in camp. His name. I guess he's flashed in camp, one of those guys. So, I guess we'll see.
Who else is getting snaps at right tackle right now?
I don't know because I think MPF been out, right?
Yeah. And he been out.
I think Duncan may have been out as well. So I don't know, but maybe that's why John Hope getting all these reps because of that.
He take advantage.
So let's say this. Obviously, they don't have pads on. So would you say? And I don't know how they go through a mini camp. What they're doing. I know they're running offensive plays, but isn't it more mental? Isn't it like scheme and going to their assignments,
they're implementing stuff? They're working. Like offensive line definitely is working the sled a lot. Arthur
I'm just trying to think like what could make somebody emerge over someone else in minicamp besides mental
technique. Hell, this is like what year? The third year that Dylan is almost handed a position and he's fumbled it. He sounds like he's fumbled it again.
And mentally, man, I don't know what think about some of his worst mistakes. He's just jumping off sides all the time. He was jumping off sides, false starts when he was in the game too many times last season.
Is he just think about it, when he gets in the games, he's not that bad. Is he just a terrible practice player? He's not terrible once he gets in the game.
I know he looked good. I know he looked like he's added a lot of muscle and stronger. I know
a lot of them look like that, and it probably has to do with the new training that we finally got instead of those.
And he was coming off of ACL last season too, so he was rehabbing.
Which it could change. You're right. It could change once the pads come on, but right now, Charles is the leader. We don't have a right tackle. We don't know who's playing right tackle. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable with saying that our right tackles are John O, who I don't know, Duncan, and NPF. I don't feel comfortable that without anybody else listed out there, when I'm looking at Dylan, who seems like he got past at right guard. Hell, kick his ass out the right tackle, because he played better at right tackle than Duncan or NPF last year.
Well, here's another thing that I don't know if they're going to flip-flop him or not. The Watson guy we got from Cleveland.
Oh, I forgot. That's who I forgot about.
The Watson possibly guy. Be the right tackle.
He could. I forgot about him. You're right. That's him. Yeah. Okay. His name could be in that right tackle spot.
He has a background with the coach.
That's the one they picked up off waivers.
We traded for him.
I'm talking about when he was at Cleveland, though. Didn't they go get him from something? I think Coach.
They went and got him off somebody else's practice squad.
Yeah, big coach did. Yep, and then he signed him here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we traded that 7th rounder for him, but I forgot about him too. Yeah, his name can be in there. Now, I may feel a little bit more comfortable with him because he's
experienced,
played under the big coach,
right?
So I feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm just very, very I don't know what NPF. You just didn't live up to what I thought you were gonna be.
He's disappointing us. He's disappointing.
Very disappointing.
What's the sentiment? I know what it is outside the locker room about NPF. He's missing all this, media. They down on him for missing this time with big coach and all the reps he could be getting. But what's the sentiment inside the building? Why is he not there, for one? And is he there mental? I mean, mental reps? Is he at the practice? Is he at the facility? Is he rehabbing? What's
it? Doesn't matter. He's not physically available. You can be available mentally. He's in the same boat as Burks. I'm about to cuss. You've had stuff come up that stopped you from being available for your services, and that does not help. It's just a bad situation. He has a lot to prove.
He does. And he's one of those as well, kind of letting his opportunities slip away.
Right.
The job was pretty much handed to him last year.
It was.
He has fumbled.
Well, he fumbled because he wanted to gamble. Good Lord.
Injury,
Injury. Well, man, he gambled. Then last year during the preseason, I knew he wasn't going to be right. I was questionable after his rookie year. I didn't think he had a great rookie year. A lot of people thought he had a good rookie year. I didn't think he had Daly was just that bad on the other side. It covered up the bullshit that he was doing.
on
the right side. But last year, when we played the Bears in preseason and he was getting dogged by guys that weren't even going to make the Bears roster, I was out. I was done. My MPF experience was done.
Quick comments. We got a couple of comments that came in. Tremaine says, for me, it's the depth of the OL. When someone goes down, can we maintain that same intensity and have the same continuity when our backups come in? Then T. Johnson follows up. Terrence Johnson, MPF had shoulder surgery. Does that change your mind? I did not know that. Thank you,
Not
T.
really.
Yeah.
I knew T knew, but it really don't change my mind because I didn't think he was doing that great anyway. So it don't really change my mind.
But he got big coach. Big coach is something.
Big coach ain't put his hands.
He went from his rookie year to boom. That second year he went boom.
All of them did. All of them did. I'm blaming the coaches. No development. I'm blaming them. I'm gonna say,
man, I don't know.
Because I can't see who got better. I can't see no one lineman that got better last season.
I don't know, but that I just go off the 2 years that I've seen, and they weren't great for me to see him.
I agree.
They weren't great, so I can't. At least with Burks, I can say I saw some games with some flashes that I saw some stuff. He just got hurt. But with MPF, I didn't really see too much of anything both years.
Well, a lot of contributing factors to that is because our lack of depth and talent on the O-line was so bad. It's kind of hard to see improvement with what we were trying to do, with what teams are doing against us. So it's hard to see.
We lack depth and talent at receiver, but I could still see Burks some semblance of, if he's available, he can do something.
But
NPF, depth has nothing to do with his ass starting his rookie year and not looking that great. Depth has nothing to do with when he comes back off of his gambling. Well, first of all, in the preseason, him getting beat by guys that weren't going to make the squad. And then when he comes back, he looks terrible. That has nothing to do with depth.
That had to do with him. That has to do with him. Exactly. Not having the right mindset. You got to understand. It's why they got the college course philosophy of sports, philosophy of coaching, the mentality of an athlete. So if you know you're going to be suspended so many games and you're practicing and playing during preseason, are you really getting yourself ready mentally? Are you getting yourself geeked up? Everybody don't do that,
Yeah,
man. I'll say it like this. I hate to mention his name. When we saw Panda getting in trouble in the offseason, we knew he wasn't going to play. When we saw MPF gambling and getting beat by those guys, we knew he was going to be trash last year. We knew it. We knew it. You should have known it.
Oh, man. But look at the whole line.
Let's go. We
oh, my goodness.
All right. Let's be positive. This is a positive thing. Gabe Judy Lally is taking advantage of his reps at corner. Corey, this is one of your guys from UT that once we signed him, you said, man, look out for him. Look out for my boy. Look out for my boy.
I didn't know much about him besides the fact until he got to Tennessee, but he played at Vanderbilt. I remember that. And I liked him at Vanderbilt. He was one of the playmakers at Vandy. One of the few they had on defense. And then he may have went somewhere else first before he got to Tennessee. He didn't go from Vandy to Tennessee. I think he went to 3 schools, if I'm not mistaken. But he just reminded me, the way he was around the ball and kind of how he moved just kind of reminded me of Logan Ryan. And so I started thinking of a dude to remind me of Logan Ryan, even when he was in college. And I saw he didn't get drafted, and then I saw that we signed a free agent. I'm like, man, dude, he'll probably make some plays, because I just thought I didn't think he may not make our roster at the time, just because of what we've done with the picking up the corners and bringing them in and drafting one. I said, even if he doesn't make our roster, that dude will probably he's gonna make somebody's roster because I know a lot of corners he's better than.
Yeah, but I thought he had when you said his name and talked him up, I looked at it, I was like, yeah, he could make our roster. He could beat out Trey Avery or Guerra on that back end at corner. He could beat out one of them guys. So he's been taking advantage of what he's done out there, getting the reps when people are down. That's what you got to do when somebody's out. You got to take advantage of the reps and let the coaches see what you're doing, because you're not only in the league, you're not only auditioning for your team, you're auditioning for all teams.
That's right.
Because those coaches are going to call and say, hey, what about this guy? What do you think about he was good for us. We just didn't have room for him, but y'all may have room for him on y'all's squad.
Yeah.
He's got good size for a corner too. 6'1", coming in out of college, 189. Probably gonna put on a little bit more weight, about 6 or 7 more pounds, and be able to compete out there as a corner. I don't know his 40 time. Corey, you know it? How fast is it?
I don't. No, I don't. I have no idea.
Well, it sounds like he's being aggressive, and that's what coaches looking for.
And you need a guy like that to add depth, and then guess where he's going to play? Special teams.
Special teams. There you go.
Is a third of the game.
That's a good sign. Winning what they gave him an award. What he won the mini camp. He won mini camp. He got some kind of, I don't know, informal award or whatever. But that's
good because he make plays that's gonna be, I know the older vets are probably coaching him up, but they're gonna be more toward him coaching him up, like, oh man, this dude making plays. Let's get in his ear. Let's get him some techniques, some secrets of what to do right here. So that's a good look for an undrafted guy. Corey, y'all like those type of guys too.
I do. I love the underdog role. I love a guy being an underdog making the team.
You heard me say nothing about them. I did enough of that last season.
Yeah, I know you did.
I'm all right. I love
but let's go next. We finally got Farley back on the field. He's participating in practice. It's been a long road for Farley. Injuries, deaths. Man, it's just refreshing to hear him and to see him actually out there participating with the team.
Yeah.
Ricky, I'll let you talk about Farley. When you had the reaction when he was drafted. So, I know you like to see him out there. I know you really do.
I wish the best for Farley. I hope for the best for him. I'm glad that he can kind of use getting back to playing football and being on the field as seemed like a little bit of therapy as well.
Right.
And, and being out there and being around the guys. I'm happy that he's at least able to participate to that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I mean, whatever we can get from him is a plus, but just him being out there, and the therapy that he's receiving, I'm happy for him. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
Corey,
the man said he is coming back not to participate, but to compete. And so I'm thinking to myself, is he just saying that? Does he really believe it? Does he really believe that? Is his body good enough for him to start talking yak again? Because if you recall, he was talking big noise coming into his rookie season. He called out Tariq Hill. He was like, anybody's scared of Tariq. He was talking. He had a different chip on his shoulder, had a different swag, and all that's been gone. And mentally, with everything that's happened with him, like Rick said, man, just to see him back running around and smiling and making a few plays, I don't doubt his ability if his body's back. because he was a different kind of player when he was healthy. Will he be that again for somebody or for us? I doubt it. I don't know, but I like where he is mentally, and God can do anything. He keeps talking about God, and I believe in God and what He can do. So maybe he'll be the biggest redemption story that we've seen. I don't know. We just got a lot of corners now. The last three people we've been talking about are corners, the same position. They didn't change him. They didn't make him a safety. So it seems like his chances
not yet
with us are going down.
not yet. They have they will soon. I'm putting in a call to move him to safety. But man, it's good to see him out there. This man, I don't know that he's a guy, another guy that he's working at gunner on special teams. You got to find your way on the team somehow. Tor.
I don't want to beat up on Farley. It's a lot of stuff that's just went on with him throughout his young career as an NFL professional player. We're going into year 4? And he's had a lot of hardships in his way. I don't foresee him staying with us this year. I think once we get things moving, the rest of these players start moving around in the NFL, that he will probably be cut, and he may not get picked up from anybody else, and he will probably be in the USFL. Maybe he had to go that route and try a different route to get back to the NFL with all the injuries and stuff that he's had in the past. This is just his body. His body, his mind can be willing, but his body is not. It may not just be for him in the NFL.
Well, I thought about him being part of the just being part of the staff.
Part of the staff.
Nah, that's like
our staff. We don't like our staff.
No,
he will join the 5. He'd be the 5 phony.
He might go back to Tech or something.
Now he may go back to Tech.
Just have a different whole career aspect, But once again, I wish him the best.
I do too, because he seems like a real great guy. I don't know him. I haven't heard anything negative about him. I just hear all the bad luck and stuff that he's been through.
Yeah,
that's why I feel we got new coaching staff. We gonna cut the line. We done spend our time. It ain't gonna cost us any money. That much money to let him go. Well, we're gonna have a guy that we're gonna replace him with that's gonna be healthy and on the field.
Yeah, he's gonna have to show something spectacular on a regular basis to make the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thought we were staying positive.
Go with your last thought, Corey.
No, I just think that the coaching staff will give him a fair shake. I think.
Yeah, he's free. He's a free player right now.
Yeah.
He can't do nothing but, man. Let's see what he got.
Yeah, they're gonna give him a fair shake.
Yeah.
I don't think they just going in saying, "Oh, he's not on the team." Like, they wouldn't. I don't think they would have been trying him at gunner and all of that kind of stuff if they thought he wasn't gonna giving him a fair shake. They're giving him a chance to try to make it somewhere. But his best thing is to go to Wilson and say, "Move me to safety. I can play better than Molden."
I agree with that, Tay. I agree with you on that.
I'm with you now, man. I'm with you at first.
Here's the thing, though. Right now, there ain't no contact going on. He look like $1 million out there. He flying around. He feeling good. Let's get that body banged up a little bit, and then let's see how you get him off the ground.
Move me to safety. Move to safety. I get less contact. I get less contact out back at free safety. I get less.
Tell him you can be his agent.
I can cover the field better than Molden slow ass.
We hope.
Tell him that.
Oh man.
All right. Last thing. No sweat, no problem. What y'all think? Are y'all worried about Sweat not being there, participating? What I know he just signed his contract. What's your percentage of worriedness? How worried are you that he's not hadn't participated?
If I have to put a percentage on it right now, I'm not worried at all. 0 to 10% with me. I just think, he still may be dealing with some things. It seemed like he is actually dealing with maybe some rehab things or something like that. But in my mind, I'm thinking, once again, with the weight thing that kept coming up, he may be strictly conditioning. And can he do it there at the facility? Yes, he can. But they may say, hey, stick with that trainer, in Texas. He might be down there in that heat, still conditioned, doing something. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm not really sweating it. As long as he's there.
No pun intended, right?
As long as he's there, training camp start. When is that? July? End of July? Mid to end July?
Mid-July.
And my prediction, he's going to come back training camp. He's going to be about 350, 345, 350, something like that.
I think he's going to drop that weight initially.
So I'm not worried.
What'd you say, Corey? What'd you say?
Yeah, I believe he'll drop. I think he'll come in this camp in shape.
No, what did you say about his weight? You said somebody.
I think he'll drop that weight, whatever weight they want him to be at. I believe this first one at least.
Have they said what weight they want him at?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. I think
it was 355.
I'm like, it's still heavy.
Yeah, it's still heavy.
They want him to be big.
What does he weigh now?
What they want
like 3. I think he weighed in at 366.
They want him playing 3 downs. That's what they were saying. They want him as a 3-down lineman.
He came in at 366. And are you telling me that if he loses 11 pounds, that makes him a 3-down player?
They want him a 3-down player.
I keep hearing this 3-down player.
That's because
how many really, Corey? No, well, I don't care what the coaches say. That's coach speak to me. How many big nose tackles do you know are in the nickel and dime package on passing down?
I don't know big nose tackles that move like him, that rush the passer, that push up the middle and move and can run like him.
They're not on there. I can see him being okay. We got 3 downs. You play 3 downs straight, whatever. But to say, okay, you're gonna be in there. It's 3rd and 15. They put their speed rushers in. They'll put Simmons. They'll put Key, Landry, and another outside linebacker in to rush. They don't have that third. I hear what you're saying and what they said, and what people say. I want him to be a 3-down. Yeah, sometimes he may play 3 downs, but if it's 3rd and 15, my mind when somebody say 3 down, it's third. You get 3rd and long or something. You got on the passing down.
He's not thinking about a passing situation.
I don't think he's going to be on that.
I think coming out. Pressure. I think they want pressure right up the middle. Right. I think they're depending on pressure right up the middle. I think they want that pressure because they keep saying it.
Nah,
they keep saying it.
I don't see.
I kind of
on a regular basis. On a regular basis, I don't see him in there on 3rd down.
I might keep him out consistently. Right. I agree with you, Tay. The point I was trying to get to when I was talking about his weight. 11 pounds is nothing for a big guy to lose in a week or two. You eventually gonna plateau on your weight loss. He can lose that quickly. That doesn't mean he's in shape. He needs to just work on his physicality and his conditioning. I don't care what he weighs. You come in here 360, 365. If you in shape, you can play. Losing 11 pounds ain't gonna make him. You're a 3-down player.
Gotta pass that conditioning test.
That's it.
You gotta lose 11 and drop 8% body fat. That's a difference.
There we go with my guy. It is a difference. It is a difference.
So yeah, I think it's more like Tori said. It's a conditioning. You got a conditioning test that you got to pass, and I don't think he's ready to pass that test. I don't know if
it's
it's due to him rehabbing from the injury that he's not ready to pass it. But to hear JC say that he's talked to him and he's ready to get out here and he's wanting to be out here. He's missing. I don't think that's just JC saying that. I think him and Sweat talk and everything, and he's telling him that I want to be out there. I'm ready to be out there, but he's just not physically ready to be out there yet. So
what about Saragusa with the Ravens?
Run stopper.
He wouldn't pass no physical conditioning test.
He was a plugger. He was
so it's Sweat not
man. Right? No, they he's that. But then they keep telling you that's not all. We're not looking at him.
I get it, Corey. He can't. I understand.
Push that center back into the quarterback's face.
He can rush the passer. Yes, he can rush the passer.
If he ain't in the game.
But I just don't see him in there consistently on 3rd and 12. Like when they say every third down, 3 down person, like why? My thing is, Titans fans, why the hell are y'all so on somebody playing 3 downs? You didn't worry about Derrick Henry not playing 3 downs. What the hell?
Right.
I felt it coming. I felt that coming.
You ain't gonna be 3 downs on Sweat, a 360-pound guy, but your running back wasn't playing 3 downs, but you wasn't saying nothing then.
All that is coming from the head coach. Because I didn't even talk about a 3 down. He keeps saying it though. He keeps saying we just think he's a 3 down player. We want him to be.
We say we think.
Hey, that goes back to what I said.
He can play some 3 downs, but we're not gonna put him out there every time on 3 downs.
That goes back to what I said earlier about the coaches talking to the players through the media.
Yeah.
You can try to influence Sweat to get in the best shape that he can be in, and guess what? If he can play 3 downs, that's a plus. That's a luxury. We got it.
Right.
He did what he's supposed to do.
Something else Callahan said is the players that gave them the most problems on offense, or what situations gave them the most problem. It was always that pressure up the middle.
Pressure up the middle. Putting guys in front of quarterbacks.
Him and Jeff. Why wouldn't you have him in there? If you got him and you ain't taking Jeff out.
No, you're not taking Jeff out. But that's when Jeff is creating that pressure. Jeff becomes the guy up the middle. I just don't say if it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, yeah, he may be out there. But 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15, I don't see Sweat just being. I don't see it being him being a consistent 3rd down rusher. That's what I don't see.
I got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like you said, he said we think he can play 3. Yeah, he can play 3 downs sometimes. He don't have to come out, but Ricky,
I'm tripping because I'm just picturing y'all talking about this 3rd, like it come up 3rd, 12, 3rd, 15. I'm just picturing Sweat almost getting the offside or getting a 12 man on the.
Hey.
He's sprinting to the sideline.
Oh man, the camera be on him too. He probably starts like, dang, I thought I was out there.
Oh man, I kind of got a little tickle myself.
I love his stand. He hug that line. He get right by the ball. He hugging that line. I don't see how he jump outside. He right on the ball.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. That's funny, man. Let's just end on that.
Oh man.
All right, fellas, we gonna get out of here, and we probably gonna take a little break for about a month or so before training camp. We may jump on here, something real quick. I may put out a rant, Corey. You may bring your playbook. Let's bring it back. Bring it back. You need it right now. Bring your playbook. Check us out on all social media platforms. Check out at Odds with 40. He's getting prepped for the season.
And yeah.
Guys, we gonna be 4 Phonies out.
Peace.